So this question, we're looking at the graph of the function y equals f of x. And our first question is, what is f of 1? So let's look at this graph. If the x value is 1, what is the value of the function? It hits up here. So f of 1 is equal to 3 because the point 1 comma 3 is on the graph. So f of 1 is equal to 3. What is our next question? Next it asks for f of negative 3, okay? So if the x value is negative 3, where are we on the function? Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Here is the x value of negative 3. What is the y value? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down here, notice it is a solid dot. So that graph, that point is actually on the graph. So f of negative 3 equals negative 5. When the x value is negative 3, the y value is negative 5. What's our next question? Solve for x. F of x equals 3. So let's talk about that. We need to solve for x, where f of x equals 3. So what that means is find the x values when the y value is 3. Now, there might be none, there might be more than one. Find the x values when y equals 3. That's what that's saying. So let's take a look. What are my x values when y is 3? So y is 3 here, 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 and here. So there are 4 different times that y is 3. And again, we're solving for x where f of x is 3. Where's the first one? Here, this is the point negative 1, 3. So negative 1 is a solution. We see f of negative 1 is 3. So one of my answers is x equals negative 1. What else do we have? What other x values give me a y value of 3? Right here, what is this? F of 1 is 3. If the x value is 1, the y value is 3. So f of 1 is 3. So if I'm solving f of x equals 3, x could equal 1. What else do I have? Looks like this is a value where y is 3. The x value is 5, so f of 5 is 3. So 5 is a solution to f of x equals 3. And we have one more. It looks like this one here, which is 8. Looks like f of 8 equals 3. So 3, 5, 1, and negative 1. F of 8 equals 3. So here's my solution set to the equation f of x equals 3. Find the x values when the y value is 3. Okay. How about the domain and range for this? So remember, the domain are all the x values, the range are all the y values. What's the lowest x value you see? Well, negative 4 never shows up on the graph. Negative 5 never shows up on the graph. But if the x value is negative 3, boom, we have a point down here, negative 3 comma negative 5. So negative 3 is on the domain, negative 3.5 is not. There's not an x value that corresponds to that on the graph. So negative 3 works, negative 2 works, everything in between works. Everything from negative 2 to negative 1 works. Everything, or negative 1 to 0 works. 0 to 2 is good. 2 to 6 is good. 7, 8, 9, 9.5, 9 3/4. I don't go beyond 10, but does the domain actually get to 10? What do you say? Domain all possible x values. So the lowest x value I see is negative 3. The highest x value I see is a little short of 10. Well, the fact is we can get as close to 10 as we want, but never actually getting there, which will make that an open circle. So what our domain would be from negative 3, negative 3 less equal x less than, yes, take a look one more time. It is an open circle. It is less than 10. It does not include 10. So the way I write that in interval notation is square bracket -3, 10 round bracket. And the range are the y values. Let's take a look at those. What's the lowest y value I see? What's the highest y value I see? Lowest y value I see is -5, and it's a closed bracket because it actually gets to -5. There's no open circle issue here. So -5 works as a y value. -6 does not. There is nothing below -5 on this graph. -5 is the lowest it gets. So as far as my range goes, the lowest y value I ever see here is -5. But I never see +5, right? But I do see 4. In fact, I see 4 a couple times. So the lowest y value I see is -5. The highest y value I ever see on any of these points is 4. So from -5 to 4, range from -5, let's say -5, less equal y, less equal 4. So that our range then would be square bracket -5 to 4. I want to make sure that you're clear that we actually hit those points. 4 is here, the 0.04 is on the graph, the 0.64 is on the graph. So a y value of 4 does show up, but nothing beyond 4 ever shows up. So my range from -5 all the way up to 4. That's our range for that function.